Hey everyone, it's Michelle Lim here. I'm sorry I haven't made a video for a really long time. I just looked back on my last video and it was in April, which was yonks ago, like 5 months ago. But I mean, as we all know, it's been kind of crazy at the moment. I really haven't had very much material to talk about, and I haven't done any online gigs at all. So basically, I mean, like October last year, I think was the last time I did an actual gig, which is I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of it's interesting, I guess. I mean, I love doing I love doing live performances. I had joined an improv group, at the beginning of this year. It was pretty exciting. I got into I had to do an audition. I got into a group, and I was super excited about performing every fortnight. And then obviously, quarantine happened, and we had to all stop seeing each other and social distance, which is for the best. But yeah, that was a little bit disappointing. So yeah, this year hasn't really turned out as well as I hoped it would in terms of performances, and I also haven't done any, made any taken the opportunity to write anything, which is kind of lazy of me. But I mean, I'm just kind of letting that fall under the guise of like self care and protecting myself and not pushing myself too hard. But I just wanted to say thank you so much because I'm still getting subscribers, which I love, and I appreciate that so much. And I know I haven't done a shout out to my subscribers lately, so I thought I'd do this, and then I wanted to share with you a very random and irrational fear that I have. So shout out to my subscribers. We have um, Kurakwashe, Rahul, Glutian, Anirudh, Multibugram, Hut and Hustle, Daniel, Tava, Tavaz, Tavaziva, Diego, Tanaka, Catherine, Karen, Steve, Rizwan, FedExon, Alvin, James, Beemore, Maylee, the MDM, Jervis, JC, Shaker, Anika, Ankita, Dasha, Deborah, Grubsh, Oliver, and mentor Oliver. Which I'm sorry about all these updates. I really haven't turned on this computer for a real long time, so I'm getting everything come through now. Oliver is my comic mentor. He's amazing. Oliver Pomervan. He's a very successful children's author. He originally was a primary school teacher, and then he decided to start writing children's books about Asian kids growing up in Australia, which I think is really great because when I was growing up, there were no books about Asian kids growing up in Australia, obviously, and there were very few Asian characters in books altogether. So it would be like, oh my God, what is going on with all my devices? It would be just kind of like Claudia from the Babysitters Club, the Yellow Power Ranger. Who else? I guess that's kind of it. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else Asian characters in books. Not really, and it's cool to see Asian characters growing up, especially in Australia. It's such a multicultural and diverse country, especially in school, like in my school. And it's cool because all of the characters have some sort of like artistic hobby that they have. So he has people that are like who want to draw cartoons. He has a guy that wants to do stand-up comedy. He has a little girl who likes baking, and it's great. I think that really helps to kind of break the mold around what Asian characters can be and break through those stereotypes. Um, so yeah, really great. So thanks Oliver for subscribing. It took you like 10 years, but that's cool. Daryl, Ron, Jamani, and Adriel. So yeah, I just wanted to shout out to you all. I hope you're all doing well. And maybe you're taking the time to write stuff, maybe you're not. That's cool. As I said, self care, man. We really gotta like chill and just take care of ourselves during this hard time. I did want to share with you all a story that, I mean, this is like an irrational fear that I had, and actually, I did think about making this a video a really long time ago when I thought that there was like a happy ending to my story, but then it turned to shit. So it was just bad, and then I didn't end up making the video. But basically, I have this very irrational fear of checking my email, my personal email, when it's like a business email come through. So basically, usually with my personal email, I don't get any business emails, but sometimes I might, if I'm trying to organize a gig or like I'm writing an article for something or I'm trying to organize like a venue to take me on for like a performance, then I'll have to email them using my personal email. And then I get very nervous when emails come through from some sort of person and I will just like not read it. I'll put off reading it for a long time because I feel like they're just going to be like, no, you're stupid. Like, I would never have you in my venue. Like, you're the worst performer I've ever seen or anything like that. And I think, well, I know it stems from this one time. This is when I was trying to organize my first Fringe Festival show in Sydney, and I had organized for this pub to be my venue, and it was a very well-known comedy pub. And they agreed to let me have the space for free, which I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I even got them to do this. But I was very young, so I mean, I don't know. I'd always been taught you have to like write up a contract and like make sure things are in writing. So I wrote up this contract, which was basically like, if you cancel on me, then you need to pay me. It was pretty ridiculous, like now that I'm thinking about it. But basically, it was like, if you cancel on me, then you need to pay me for the ticket sales that I would have gotten from my first like comedy show. And I had all these like laws and stipulations in it. I don't know why I did that because they were letting me do this for free. So basically the person just replied and they were like, you've got to be joking. We're not doing this. And then that, and like full stop, that was it sort of thing. And then so then I tried to call the person and then they wouldn't pick up the phone. Well, they basically did, but they were like, no, we don't want to deal with you anymore. So yeah, that's where my fear comes from, my irrational fear of checking emails. So stemming from that, like I've had a lot of other experiences now where I've pitched something, or I've asked somebody for something, and I'm always really scared to check the email. But usually they're just like, yeah, that's fine. I don't know why I'm so scared about it. Except recently, I pitched an idea for SBS because sometimes I write for them. Um, Shout out to SBS if you're listening. Please don't take this like the wrong way, but basically I got this idea approved, which I was super excited about, and then nobody got back to me. So I was just like, I don't know what's going on. So I emailed the people a couple of times, and then I didn't hear back from them, and it was just weird because I'm like, I don't want to be annoying and keep emailing them because obviously the time's passed, or maybe they just don't need the article anymore, and no one had a chance to get back to me, which is fine. But yeah, I guess like when I got the reply, I was super excited about it, and I wanted to share that with you guys. To be like, look, you don't have to be scared of anything. Look, I emailed this person, and then they got back to me, and they said it was a great idea, and they wanted me to write the article, and it was going to be like a super happy YouTube video, and then it just not like nobody ever got back to me. So then I was like, oh well, I guess I shouldn't make this video anymore because it's not really relevant. And now it's just the opportunity is gone. So basically, I'm making this video to be like, I was scared of this thing, and then I wasn't scared of it, but actually nothing really happened. So maybe I am still scared of it. I don't really know. I would love to hear your irrational fears. I also have a very strange irrational fear of like hot soup falling on my just like tipping onto me like when I'm eating. Because I don't know why, but I love noodle soup and I would just cry if that happened to me. So that's another irrational fear that I have. But yeah, I would love to hear from you all. And thanks so much for subscribing and commenting on my videos. I really appreciate it. And I think I've mentioned this before, but I think that a lot of people when they're starting out they struggle with self-confidence. And I'm a very confident person, but when it comes to making stuff and putting things online, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that because I don't really have a big update and nobody really cares about me and my updates or my irrational fears of checking professional emails. But then I'm like, nobody, I mean, that's what celebrities do. Like, look at the Kardashians. They have like a whole show where they just go about their date and they don't have any, like, there's no point to it. It's just that's what they do. So I don't know. I should be more confident around these things, and you guys should be too. You should be confident and put things up on the internet. And who cares if people don't like them or whatever? Like maybe people will be interested in them. I'll be interested in them. So if you have anything to share, let me know. I'd love to check it out. And yes, I just wanted to wish you well. I hope you're all keeping safe and your family's doing all right as well. And yeah, let's get through this, man. 2020. We've only got like two more months, and then it's 2021. What a crazy year, but I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for subscribing, and yes, let me know your irrational fears in the comments below. Bye!